Trying on for size. This poem was the first in what became a long series of poems about the mother-daughter relationship. And probably until the 80s, before the 80s, very few poets ever wrote about their mothers. And when they began then, in the 80s, most of the poems that women were writing were angry poems, poems in arguments with their mother. And I was fortunate to have a very good relationship with my mother, a relationship that grew over the years and changed. Each of us changed and adapted to the other. And this poem was written, as many were, partly to celebrate that relationship. And she was a very strong woman, full of vitality. And I had never seen her ill until she was in her late 70s. And I came to mind her after she'd had an operation. And it was the first time I'd seen her frail. And it opened a new chapter in our story together. Capsized on the bed, you roll, cane white legs treading the air. You're putting on your stockings, easier now this way than to stand upright and bend. You're laughing because I've caught you at it, one of your secret stratagems. On the beach in summer, years ago, when you were young in August, a careless hero for an hour, your limbs long and full, your shoulders broad, intent on freedom, land and charges cast off, you swam with mighty strokes out so far, we watched in awe until your beauty was a bird or boy dancing between waves. With each new day behind us, do you remember when you ask, and I do, almost all of it and more. You were not in all moods good. You threatened with a wooden spoon, cursed me when there was no one else to curse. Moored in a kitchen that overheard wild ocean, you did not always counsel or console. How often did your gaze flinch from trouble, knowing too well the weight of grief uncomforted? But you had a window looking south, books to read by evening light, a work store of song. You named these one by one as grace and stood them against storm. Going down the stairs in present days, our shoes fitted to your contrary infant gait, I want to pick you up and launch you down the banister as you did me in this house where we played, making up childhood together. But the time has run out or arrived. Now you must take every step first across this passage. We daughters follow after, each one moving into the space cleared by our mothers. And with what fine nerve, what unthanked poise you confront this last world you will discover before me. I catch your shy, jaunty smile at the mirror. See, you say, what do you think? As if death were a foolish, extravagant hat you were trying on for size.